Blossom Valley Athletic League Santa Teresa Division action. The visiting Mustangs of Pioneer in black and blue, playing left to right here in Grizzly Gymnasium. Gunderson in white controls the tip. We're underway. Running the point is Kade West for Gunderson. Ruiz. And the Pioneer player with the steal, Joe Steppen, stepped out of bounds. Stays Gunderson ball. Welcome to CreaTV Sports coverage of high school boys basketball. Gunderson Grizzlies, and we're going to have a blocking foul called on Pioneer. First team foul. Officials today, Peter Laughlin and Greg Rodriguez. So Gunderson looking a little chaotic to start things off, but Pioneer bailing them out in some ways. Here's Bobby Ruiz wearing the goggles. His nickname is Goggles. In the corner, 4-3. Weak side board, uncontested by Pioneer. Up-tempo offense by Pioneer, and that whistle blows early. First foul on Gunderson. And it's on Jose Lopez. Gunderson makes a quick sub as Lopez has the seed. Here's 5'7" senior Harrison Paul into the game to replace him. Pioneer inbound play, and it's a chance for a three-point play for Gabe Lucero, the 6'2" junior guard, looking to make it a traditional three-point play. And Gunderson subs back in Lopez for Paul quickly. That foul on Tegustu, and it is a three-point play. Pioneer on the board first, 3-0. Gunderson breaks the press. Ruiz almost gets his pocket picked. Pardon me, Lopez almost gets his pocket picked. Here's Ruiz. Ruiz high off the back iron. Offensive rebound, Gunderson. The putback misses, and it's loose ball scooped up by the Mustangs. Pioneer brings it up quickly and going coast to coast, but missing is Kellen Munson. And it's going to be a Pioneer foul. It's kind of a jagged start to this league game. That foul on Joe Steppen as Harrison Paul returns for Gunderson. So it looks like Lopez and Paul are going to be subbing in and out for one another. Both teams with 2 team fouls. 3-0, Gunderson trails. Minute and a half gone, and the steal by Kellen Munson, and Munson lays it in for a 5-0 Pioneer lead. Gunderson needs to do a better job taking care of the ball. Here's Kade West. Finds Ruiz on the left wing and knocked out of bounds by Troxel. We'll have the starting lineups for you at the first stoppage of play. Corey Troxel to inbound for Pioneer, the 6'1" senior forward, one of the captains on the squad. Here's Michael Smith bringing it up. Smith working on this Gunderson man, throws it away, and Harrison Paul with numbers. Paul waits for his teammates. In the corner for West. Hits the rim, and it's a defensive rebound for Pioneer. 5-0, 2 minutes gone here in the first. Offense rebound for the Mustangs, and the three in the corner by Smith, his first points. Mustangs up 8-0, and head coach Mark Taylor for Gunderson calls a timeout. The Pioneer Mustangs on top, 8-0. Let's take a look at Pioneer's starting lineup. Pioneer head coach Joe Bertisevich is in his 21st year. Talk about some stability with the program. And we apologize for our camera movement, but let's go ahead and look at the starting lineup. Michael Smith, the 5'9" senior, wears number 1. He's the point guard. Kellen Munson wears number 2, the 5'8" junior shooting guard. Gabe Lucero, the 6'2" junior, is the wing. Corey Troxel, the 6'1" senior, is the power forward. And Joe Steppen, the 6' junior, plays the other forward position. Gunderson ball out of the timeout, right in front of the bench. Harrison Paul stays on. One of just 3 returning players on this Gunderson team. Paul into West. West, the 5'7" junior. Paul finds Ruiz in the corner. Gunderson still looking for its first points. Another defensive rebound for Pioneer. Fast break, and West will be called on the foul. That'll send Corey Troxell to the line to shoot 2. It's West's first personal, 3rd team foul. As you see in the bottom of your screen, Mark Taylor in his first year at the helm, having a chat with his backcourt as Troxell misses his first. As I mentioned earlier, Troxell, one of the co-captains on the squad. 0 of 2 effort. Paul with the rebound. Ruiz to West, and then West will head to the line to shoot 2. I think our official was contemplating how intense that foul was. It'll be the 3rd team foul on Pioneer as Troxell picks up the foul. That sends West to the line. West in his first year at the varsity level. He's the 2nd leading scorer last year on the Froshsoft team. And an 0 of 2 effort leaves a bagel up on the scoreboard for Gunderson. Munson looking to go coast to coast, misses with the left hand, and fighting hard for the rebound, Jose Lopez. Munson with the steal, trying to feed Smith. It's a great job to keep it playable, but it's going to be a backcourt violation on Pioneer. Good hustle by Steppen, but just too hard with the pass. Gunderson ball, 5:13 remaining in the first. And right in front of his fans, his fellow students, Ruiz inbounds. West pulls up his dribble. Ruiz working on Steppen. Ruiz misses with the floater, but it's a putback. It's James LaDolce with Gunderson's first bucket. It comes with 4:53 remaining in the first. Pioneer up by 6. Smith for 3. So casually executed. 11-2 Pioneer. Pioneer with the steal. Munson. And Munson will be called on a player control foul. Don't count the basket. As Gunderson taking a moment. Player needing to tie shoe. That's the 5th team foul on Pioneer. Smacked out of bounds by Troxell, so we're seeing time needed to bring the ball across the timeline for Gunderson. The pressure, full court pressure working at the moment. Ruiz gets the pocket pick by Smith. Smith trying to go for back-to-back threes. Loose ball, West comes up with it, and it's going to be called on the walk. So we really see Pioneer crashing the boards, whether it's offense or defense, and we also see how the Grizzlies are vulnerable as far as their interior play is. Missing a traditional big man this year. Lucero drives the lane, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2. That'll be the 5th team foul on Gunderson. Lucero at the line actually leads this team in scoring, averaging 19 points per game. Misses his free throw, 4:08 remaining in the first. 0 of 2 effort from Lucero, but the ball bounces Smith's way. Smith looking for a reset, pulled up his dribble, gets it down low. It's great hesitation move, and then a block. Foul called on Gunderson as Lucero back at the foul line to shoot 2. That foul on La Dulce, his first personal. And it's a made free throw for Lucero. Two of 2 effort makes it a 13-2 Mustangs advantage. Here's where Gunderson struggling. Ruiz stops, pops the jumper, and down it goes. Lead now 9 for Pioneer. 3:30 left to go in the opening quarter here at Gunderson High School. Dribble drive off the glass. And Gunderson trying to save it, puts it right back in the hands. That's a big time block by Ruiz, but the ball bounces Lucero's way and again. And the reverse misses, and count it, as Steppen has his time at the foul line. Try and make it a 3-point play. That foul on Ruiz as Pioneer makes the sub. 2 subs, number 33, the 6'8" junior center, Bryden Lovedahl, out on the floor. As well as number 10, Gavin McDonald, the 5'10" junior guard. Rims out. Steppen with his own rebound, and Steppen with the reverse. It's a 17-4 Pioneer lead. Ruiz, count it. He'll head to the line to shoot 1. That foul on Lucero. His first personal. Bobby Ruiz, maybe the best free throw shooter on this Grizzlies team, in the high 80s, low 90s. And he delivers there. Still a double-digit lead for Pioneer. Perimeter passing by the Mustangs. Smith working on West. Smith dribble drive. And blocked from behind by Tigitsu. Paul going coast to coast, but missing. And Lovedahl there to clean it up. Smith gets it knocked away. Ruiz with numbers. Ruiz, great hesitation, but not executed. McDonald with the rebound. So the tempo picking up. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first. Nice move by Lucero, and he'll head to the line once again. That foul on Samuel Tegistu is Tegustu's 3rd foul. Gunderson looking to get him off the floor. Sarah makes his first as the Grizzlies check in for the first time. Number 5, Nadim Sharif, the 6'2" junior. And also bring back Lopez. So Lopez and Paul out on the floor at the same time. 2 of 2 effort by Lucero. 19-7 Pioneer lead. Here's Paul. Fires it to Sharif. Sharif on the line. This would be a long 2. Back iron. And Lucero, that's just unfortunate for Lopez, who kind of just stumbled his way into Smith. And that'll be 1-1 for Smith. Foul indeed called on Jose Lopez. His second personal. Smith shooting 1 and 1. And the senior shows the shooter's touch. Michael Smith, the 2-year starter, misses his second. 20-7, Gunderson trails. Lopez finding Paul. Paul with the runner. Lopez with the one-touch putback, and it's going to be last touch Pioneer, so Gunderson ball. Minute 38 remaining in the first. And our officials going to confer to make sure they both agree on the call. Or perhaps a reset of the shot clock, and I think that will be the case. Whatever they need to talk about has finished, and here we go. 22 on the shot clock, 1:38 on the game clock, first quarter. Paul and Lopez playing catch. Shot clock down to 10. Paul with the runner off the glass. Rebounded by LaDolce. Sharif gets blocked, and here's Smith. Smith. Spin move, rims out. Rebound Ruiz. Ruiz gets his pocket picked by Steppen. And Smith goes down hard. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And we've got a Grizzly player down. It's Lopez. And Lopez says he took an elbow. He's going to need to stay on the floor. I don't think coach realizes. Oh, an injured player, so that is why we're going to allow the substitution in. In comes number 11, Joseph Stone, the 5'10", 160-pound junior for the first time. They'll let West return as well as Ruiz has a seat. Pioneer's going to take the opportunity. Nope, they're going to say, no, you can't make that sub. Well, it's going to stay because Nick Archiga, the 5'10" junior, is going to stay on the floor. Smith makes his first. A little bit of confusion. And a 2 of 2 effort makes it a 22-7 Pioneer score. Smith gets a rest. Is Munson back on? Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. A 15-point deficit for the home team, Gunderson. Sharif gets immediately double teamed. Paul goes baseline and then bounces it off his teammate's foot. Pioneers McDonald with the ball. McDonald over to Lucero. Lucero loses control. McDonald gets it to Lucero in the corner. McDonald stops, pops the mid-range jumper, down it goes. His first points off the bench makes it a 24-7 lead. Shot clock is turned off, 17 seconds remaining on game clock. Great fast break, everything but executed. And that'll be last touch Pioneer. Stops clock with 5.5 seconds. We finally saw a great press break by Gunderson, but unable to put the ball through the hoop. West for 3. And what a dominating first quarter by Pioneer. 24-7, the Mustangs lead on the road. We'll be back with more action from Grizzly Gym on CreaTV Sports. The band is rocking. Come on back.
Good morning. My name is Mark Russell. I'm the president of the Vintage Softball League of Santa Clara County. We are a club of over 200 members, everyone over 50 years old. We have 4 different leagues playing every day of the week except for Friday and Sunday. It's open to anyone over the age of 50, regardless of your skill level. No tryouts are needed. We'd love to have you come out and play with us, play for free for a couple of times, see how you like it. And if you do, we'd love to have you in the club.
The Pioneer Mustangs currently riding a 3-game win streak. Gunderson looking to snap a 7-game losing streak. Pioneer all sorts of momentum coming into the gymnasium tonight, and the score shows that as the Mustangs on top after one, 24-7. Mustangs ball to start things off here in the second, left to right at Grizzly Gymnasium. Troxel to inbound. And here is the junior, Kellen Munson. Had a terrific year last year, obviously, as a sophomore, and he's just picked up where he left off. McDonald stays on, plays with his mouthpiece hanging out of his mouth, a la Steph Curry. And Pioneer, what a save by McDonald. Field goal by Archiga misses, and with 8 seconds remaining, Pioneer ball underneath their basket. Smith looking for a teammate. Archiga with the floater high off the mark, but Smith is there. So the offensive rebounding earning all sorts of second and third chances for Pioneer. Shooting over West. And West scoops it up as the Gunderson with their first trip down the floor here in the second quarter. Harrison Paul. It's a great move and a blocking foul. That one looks like it could have gone either way, but it goes the home team's way as Samuel Tagistu getting some low fives from his teammate. That foul on McDonald. His first personal, 6th Pioneer team foul, and McDonald is replaced out on the floor. Tagistu, who is enrolled in 6 AP classes, misses the free throw. 24-9, the Mustangs lead. Still looking for their first points here in the second quarter. Lucero, great look, but then the miss by Troxel. And little too much from Paul as West lost it in the Pioneer Mustang cheer squad. 6:34 left to go in the first half. Michael Smith, the senior, walks it up. Such a big game last game by Smith. Smith working on Paul, the spin move. Paul with the block. Then the ball bounces Pioneer's way. That's a 3 ball going down by Archiga. And it's a 27 Pioneer lead as Lopez, who we saw go out a little injured there in the first quarter, back out on the floor. And Ladolce gets a rest. Pioneer ball right in front of the Gunderson bench. Troxel into Lucero. Lucero high off the glass. Tell you, Pioneer has missed a number of close range shots tonight. Just a little too hard, it seems, a little too strong. West firing it, and the fast break, the best of the night. Lopez is fired up as he converts. Always nice when you go out perhaps banged up a little and able to come back out and be effective right away. Lucero misses the long distance. And here's Lopez. West holds up. Lopez has got his foot on the gas. In fact, that gas pedal was slippery. He's called on the walk. So Lopez has come in just pedal to the metal. Again, after needing to exit the game as an injured player. Here we go, nearing the 5-minute mark. Pioneer. 1-3 in this quarter. Will this be the second? Not so for Archiga, who already has one tonight. Lopez with the runner. And that'll be last touch after Archiga knocked it out of bounds. Here's Brent Boswell, the 6'3" junior forward wearing number 34 for Pioneer. And Steppen, the 6' junior, returns to the floor. Inside 5 minutes remaining in the first. Luis fires over to West. West trying to exploit the defense. That's a hand-checking foul. So 1-1 it will be. Kade West at the line. 17 foul on Pioneer. Kade West, known when he was on the junior varsity team for timely shots. Always seemed to deliver when his team needed him. Second foul on Kellen Munson. And a 1 of 2 effort. Boswell with the rebound. Lucero. Grizzlies sticking with this man defense. Munson trying to get it to Lucero. Paul almost picked it from behind, and Lucero with a close range shot made. West blowing past the defenders. A defensive rebound by Lucero. Lucero got knocked away. Smith exploits the lane. What a pass by Smith, and then Boswell can't finish. Ruiz in the corner with the dish, and down it goes by Tegustu. 3:40 remaining in the first half. Gunderson beginning to settle down and settle in here at home. Still looking for its first league win. Lucero with the dish. Short. Defensive rebound by the Grizzlies. Here's West. Too hard. Boswell comes back with the rebound the other way. Smith finding Lucero in the corner. And Lucero 4-3. So the 3 ball has really been the difference for Pioneer. All 6 of their points here in the second quarter are coming off 3-point plays. Head coach Mark Taylor for Gunderson calls a timeout, which gives us the opportunity. Here we are, nearing the end of the first half, but let's introduce you to the Gunderson starters. Kade West, as mentioned, the guard wing. Bobby Ruiz, Jose Lopez, Samuel Tegustu, and James LaDulce. And Coach Taylor, who has been a JV coach here for 6 years before taking over the program this year, really kind of keeps it loose as far as his positions are. He wants all 5 players to be able to be as balanced and have such an all-around game that didn't give us the traditional point guard, shooting guard, etc. But Mark Taylor's been with the program for, as mentioned, 6 years. Vince Williams, the JV coach and associate head coach. They take over for Mike Allen. Mike Allen so critical to this Gunderson program. Now the head coach at De Anza College, the women's basketball coach. Gunderson ball, 3 minutes remaining in the first. Paul took a step before he put the ball on the floor. Another Gunderson turnover. So when you call a timeout, Coach Taylor has got the arms crossed in front of him. Not very happy there. Grizzlies sticking with this man defense. Smith loses West, and Smith clear lane to the basket. And West gets himself to the line. That foul on Nathaniel Ortega, who wears number 23 for Pioneer, the 6-foot senior guard. 8th team foul. Stops the clock with 2:31 remaining in the half. West now 2 of 3 from the line tonight. Make that 3 of 4. Pioneer with a healthy lead. Smith, wide open 3. Loose ball, and Gunderson comes up with it. Boswell's done a nice job rebounding ever since he came off the bench. And Gunderson just too strong on these layup opportunities. Lucero going rim to rim, but needing Steppen to clean it up. Inside 2 minutes remaining, first half. West has open teammates. Here's Paul. And a hand-checking foul, the 9th team foul on Pioneer. The first on Ortega.
Hey, good effort. Hey, squeeze the ball.
Troxel back out on the floor for the Mustangs as Boswell has a seat. And it is Paul, the jokester of this Gunderson squad, at the line. Misses the front end. Troxel with the rebound. Gunderson goes for the trap, the turnover, and then Troxel snatches it right back. 90 seconds remaining in the first half. Smith, our camera person, goes down. And Ortega with the bucket. Hand-checking foul, 10th foul, so it'll be a pair of free throws for Ruiz. And second personal on Ortega. Make that third. Bobby Ruiz, season high 28 points versus Andrew Hill. The first game of the season, 25 points against Live Oak in a win. One of 2 wins for the Grizzlies this season. Ruiz makes his first as Munson returns to the floor. Ortega has a jog to the bench. Ruiz really worked hard in the off season, and it paid off in different ways. Just a stronger player, a faster player, and a player with a higher vertical jump. His 2 of 2 effort makes it a 38-18 lead. Minute left to go in the first half. Lucero for 3. That looked good. And it is a big first half from Pioneer. Gunderson throws the ball away. Lucero gets it knocked away by Paul. 2-on-1 for the Grizzlies. Ruiz with the hesitation and off the glass for 2. 35 seconds remaining. Smith jogs it up. Smith and Munson, what a great backcourt combination here. A duo in the Blossom Valley Athletic League Santa Teresa division. 15 seconds remaining. Pioneer holding for the final shot. Gunderson fans trying to count him down. Lucero with the assist on Smith. Plenty of time left for Ruiz. Ruiz for 3, and it's short. (43-20) Pioneer. 24-point first quarter. And then a 19-point second. A lot of great shooting from the Mustangs. The two teams will talk it over, come back and warm up, and we will return with the third quarter on CreaTV Sports.
Oh, come on.
Whoa, what's all the fuss about?
Hey, Ned Neutral. I'm just trying to apply for a job opening, but the page won't load. What's the point of paying my internet service provider if they can't give me simple access to a website?
Well, Sam, that could be the new norm if net neutrality rulings are reversed.
Net neutrality?
Communication is a necessity, which is why the FCC deemed the internet a public utility in 2015.
What does that mean?
It means that the internet was regulated, and internet service providers couldn't block or slow down content that they didn't agree with. But that's all changing now. The FCC plans to reverse net neutrality and give corporations the freedom that they want.
What can they do with this power?
Well, that's the scary part. They can slow down any service that they disagree with, block news outlets, or bring your web pages to a halt.
That's horrible. We as consumers need to have our voices heard and tell them to keep an open internet.
You better do it fast, because if net neutrality is restricted, then you might not have the platform to speak through.
Why is that?
Because the open internet is a platform for marginalized voices, if you want to question large internet providers, you will receive a one-way ticket to access denied.
Content removal, information restriction, speed throttling? It's just not fair. The public deserves equal access to the internet.
So call your representative, contact the FCC, let them know how you feel, and fight for an open and fair internet.
Hello? Ned? Anyone there?
(43-20). Gunderson trails at home, still looking for its first league win. And the final game of the first go-around here in the Blossom Valley Athletic League Santa Teresa Division. Branham on top 5-1, then 3 teams tied at 4-2, including the team in black and blue. That's Pioneer. And I think Tegustu picked up his 4th foul away from the ball. Looked like he stumbled and fell into the defender. So tough break. I'm not sure if Coach Taylor realizes his players got 4, but Pioneer with the first possession. Pioneer, the block by Ruiz. Ruiz led the Grizzlies with 8 points in the first half. No threes. No outside shooting for the Grizzlies. Great hesitation move by Lucera. He leads all scores with 15 now. Smith, his teammate, had 10 in the first half. Grizzlies left to right. Zone defense shown by Pioneer. 12 to shoot. Smith picking Ruiz's pocket, and it turns out the Pioneer Mustangs' way. So really just a more aggressive showing here from Pioneer thus far, just really crashing the boards, going after any kind of loose balls, getting into the passing lanes, and having a 45-20 lead to show for it with a minute gone here in the third. Off the glass by Troxel, make it a 47-20 lead. Ruiz. Ball stolen by Smith. Smith with the right hand from the left side. Steppen tries to put it back in, and a jump ball. And it'll stay Pioneer ball. Joseph Stone returns for Gunderson as Tegistu checks out with 4 fouls. And that foul from behind on Lopez. Troxel will head to the line to shoot 2. First goes down. Second missed. Troxel throws the ball away. Here's Ruiz to West for the fast break. So points in transition have been hard to come by for Gunderson. But finish there. Smith likes that spin move. Steppen gets blocked, but runs down the loose ball. Lucero, great work in the lane, and it pays off for Lucero. His 16th and 17th point. Steppen comes over to play defense on Ruiz. Stone off the bench for the bucket. 5:30 left to go in the third. Lucero working from the low post. Too strong. West is off and running. Stone wasn't ready for the pass, and the Grizzlies turn it over. A lot of first-year players on varsity for Gunderson. Just 2 seniors on the roster. Smith pulls up his dribble, and Lopez knocks it away. Steppen. It's a good-looking shot. And it's a 53-24 Pioneer lead. It is the 6th 3 of the ball game for Pioneer. Steppen with the steal. Here's Smith. And points off of turnovers for Pioneer. And timeout Gunderson, 4:34 remaining. 55-24. Sharif will check back in for the Grizzlies, and Pioneer Mustangs, well, they just continue to shine as the Gunderson band, boy, were they playing some great tunes when the teams were warming up. Nothing like some electric guitar in the high school band and the full drum set. Sounding so good, guys. Absolutely, and Pioneer with the full squad. Great junior varsity game earlier. I believe Pioneer was victorious. And of course, these two teams, rivals. These schools, I should say, rivals, always makes for a fun atmosphere. Out of the timeout, it's Gunderson ball. Stone, West, Ruiz, Sharif, and Lopez.
Number 11, your shoes untied.
West with the ball, guarded by Munson. Smith. Should be last touch since right in front of us. Gunderson, instead Pioneer ball. So Pioneer really likes to mix up their defenses. We've seen a number tonight as LaDulce, 6'2" player, checks back out on the floor for Gunderson. Ruiz. The shot clock was accidentally reset. Might have been a violation if it hadn't. Steppen. Fadeaway by Steppen. And Sharif the last to touch it. Paul returns for his first appearance in the in the second half as West jogs to the bench. Oh, yeah, got a little feedback issue from the rock band. Smith finds Lucero, working on Sharif. Again, my one criticism of Pioneer tonight, a lot of missed close range shots, just too strong, but Lucero able to get that through. Gunderson's offense has stalled. 3:30 left to go. Just 4 points in this quarter. Shot clock down to 10. Baseline shot, Sharif there for the weak side board and the putback. Great interference by Paul. Stone going all the way. And it'll stay Gunderson ball. Arachiga returns for Pioneer along with McDonald as Munson and Steppen, two juniors, get a rest on the bench. And a three by Ruiz. As he's now into double-digit scoring. Arachiga kicks it out. McDonald with the mid-range shot for a 30-point advantage for Pioneer. 2-3 zone by the Mustangs. And it was Lovedahl getting a hand on it. Shooting foul. Sends McDonald to the line. Out comes LaDulce and Stone. Tegistu returns with 4 fouls. That was the third personal on LaDulce. And the big man for Pioneer gets himself to the line. Tallest player on the floor, Bryden Lovedahl. And he's at the line to shoot 2 with 2 minutes remaining in the third. Makes his first and has a look. Might have been getting heckled. So look at the Gunderson student body. Rims out, and Tegustu with the rebound. Inside 2 minutes remaining in the third. West over to Sharif. West. Paul for three. And Lucero for the rebound. Pioneers, I like their practically a block in the back. I'm going to say jump ball goes to Gunderson. A little bit of a push I think Paul got away with. I was going to say I like the forwards together. Lovedahl and Lucero. Those are post players seem to work well together. 1:28 remaining in the third. As Ruiz allows it to roll on up. Paul bounces right back up, and he'll head to the line to shoot two. And that's the first Pioneer foul in the third quarter. Comes with 1:16 remaining. It's on Lovedahl. His first personal.
Yes, he is.
Ruiz gets a rest as Stone returns.
I got 300 people in it. I can't hear you.
It's a lane violation by Pioneer, but Paul makes it. Points at the player who stepped over. 30-point advantage for Pioneer as the student body sections jawing at one another across the floor. Smith to his big man. Wide open three. And hits the top of the shot clock. Gunderson ball after the McDonald miss. Reese ready to return at the next dead ball. Again, just two seniors on this Gunderson squad. The rest are juniors, and LaDolce is a sophomore. Stays Gunderson ball, 45 seconds remaining in the third. As Ruiz replaces Tegustu. Again, zone defense pretty much here in the third from Pioneer. No one rebounding offensively, and Lovedahl's got another rebound. Shot clock should be turned off, and now it is as Smith, gosh, he is just feeling it. It's a 63-30 Pioneer lead. 13 seconds remaining. Ruiz looks back at the scoreboard. Now down to 6. Ruiz for three. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Pioneer has been averaging 60 points a game. They've already met it here. Up on the Grizzlies, 63-30.
Good morning. My name is Mark Loveless. I'm the president of the Vintage Softball League of Santa Clara County. We are a club of over 200 members, everyone over 50 years old. We have 4 different leagues playing every day of the week except for Friday and Sunday. It's open to anyone over the age of 50, regardless of your skill level. No tryouts are needed. We'd love to have you come out and play with us, play for free for a couple of times, see how you like it. And if you do, we'd love to have you in the club.
Plenty to cheer about if you're a Pioneer Mustang fan. 63-30 after 3 quarters. As mentioned right before we went to the break, Pioneer averaging 60 points a game. They have certainly surpassed that here in 3 quarters. Gunderson looking to get their offense going here in the 4th, trailing 63-30. And this is the final game, the final night of the first go-around in the round-robin regular season as Ruiz knocks it out of bounds. Branham atop the standings at 5-1. Then it's Silver Creek, Independence, and Pioneer at 4-2. 2 juniors working on each other, Munson and Ruiz. Smith and Lucero for Pioneer begin the 4th quarter on the bench, and 6'8" Lovedahl with the bucket, 65-30. Pioneer. Paul and Ruiz. Paul trying to get it into Stone. That's a steal by Archiga. Stone has to stop in the backcourt and tie his shoes. Which 5-on-4. Some missed shots. And then it's Boswell cleaning it up. Paul gets it over to Sharif. Sharif gets blocked. And then they're going to say Pioneer ball. I think that's going to get overruled. And it is overruled. 67-30. Well, now we're going to have a conversation. I think it was just the shot clock was reset because the official signaled the incorrect way, and he comes over to the official table and says, yeah, that was on me. So shot clock now down to 22. I'd like to see Paul look toward the basket more. He's got such great energy on the court, but I think he's not always looking to shoot, or rarely looking to shoot, so the defenders really sag off on him. I'd like to see him at least look in the direction of the basket, and perhaps let some fly as well. Boswell, the big man playing out. Lovedahl. The pass into Munson. Ruiz takes it away, and Munson's going to be called on the foul. Just the second foul, team foul on Pioneer. Ortega places Munson out on the floor. Munson exits with 3 personals, and Geetstu checks in with 4 for Gunderson. Still a 2-3 zone. Paul must have heard me. Paul with the shot. And Pioneer calls its first time out of the game. Comes with 5:56 remaining in regulation. The Mustangs up 67-32, and Joe Bertisevich in his 21st year at the helm for Pioneer. He's actually a 1989 Prospect High graduate. He's a point guard and captain at West Valley College. Last year, last year Pioneer 12-13 overall, 8-6 in league play. And for Gunderson last year, 15-12 overall, 10-4 in league play to finish in second place. Beat Sacred Heart Cathedral and CCS, then lost in the final minute in the semifinals to Saratoga Again, back-to-back successful seasons for Gunderson. This is officially a rebuilding year. Pioneer ball, 67-32. And on the floor for the first time tonight, number 20, Christian Tavares, the 5'9" senior. And Tavares called on the foul. Also out on the floor for Pioneer, number 12, Vineet Desai, the 5'10" junior. Boswell out there, as well as Lovedahl and Ortega. Stone trying to evade the defender. Instead, it's a steal by Tavares, and Tavares whistle blows on the Boswell shot attempt, and we're seeing Ruiz show off some soccer skills. Brett Boswell at the line to shoot 2. 5th team foul on Gunderson in the second half. That's the first on Sharif. Boswell had a nice first half in terms of rebounding, and now scoring here in the second half. 2 of 2 effort. Pioneer has struggled at the line this season. Doing a better job tonight. After the Gunderson score, it's a 69-34 Pioneer lead as we near the 5-minute mark. Desai straight away. That was a long distance 3. And that 3, but you see just the offensive rebounding until ball heads out of bounds. West replaced Sharif for Gunderson. 4:47 remaining in regulation. Paul. And timeout. Coach Taylor. Coach Taylor in his first year, he actually grew up in Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, where he went to Dominican High School. He was a strong forward, known for his defending and rebounding. And what's really interesting about Dominican High School in Whitefish Bay, Wisconsin, they've won 5 consecutive state titles as of late. Coach ended up graduating from Northern Arizona and at the helm for the first time for the varsity program at Gunderson. Gunderson, because of their success the last 2 years, had this really tough preseason or non-league schedule set up. They played Doherty Valley, Amador Valley, Valley Christian, Deer Valley, Granada, and that's one of the reasons they've got a 2-15 record. Stone for 3. Weak side board by Boswell. And now Tavares running the point for Pioneer. The block by Stone. And Stone with the rebound. Here's Ruiz. Ruiz with the jam! And then falls on top of Lovedahl. Gunderson fans going crazy. Oh, Stone almost came up with a steal. And the putback by Boswell. The other way, Stone gets blocked by Lovedahl. And my goodness, the Ruiz jam. Ruiz for 3. He keeps it going. Gunderson fans have been staying around, and Ruiz has been making it pay off. West trying to run it down, and Instead, Pioneer with numbers. Pioneer looking for a jam. West to Paul, to Stone, to West. All of a sudden, what a burst from Gunderson, and Pioneer's gonna slow it down and try to take the air out of the gym. Still a 30-point lead for the Mustangs. 2:45 left to go in regulation. The three looks good from Ortega, and the Pioneer fans now with something to cheer about. Such a great atmosphere, certainly a rivalry between these two schools, and Gunderson making this fourth quarter count. Ball bouncing Gunderson's way, a double block on Paul. Tavares maybe getting away with a little palming. Ruiz, these long passes, once again saved, but no Grizzly in the vicinity. Another three. This one right down in front of his bench, delivered by Boswell. I mentioned how he was scoring, and his head coach is actually laughing. I think Boswell, post player, maybe doesn't get a chance to shoot the three a lot. Wild miss by Stone. So 90 seconds remaining. Gunderson may have to call a timeout to get their players in. They've got three they want to check in. I think fatigue may be a factor. Back and forth we go. Here's West, and West lays it in. 1:10, we'll see. Coach wants to call a timeout. He's got three players he wants to get back in. Minute left to go. Boswell for another three. Oh my gosh! Coach is laughing again. And finally, Gunderson's head coach, Taylor, able to return Lopez, La Dulce, and I believe Sharif. But we have a timeout, 41 seconds remaining, and Boswell is just getting pushed. Pushed by the starters, saying, come on, what's up with all the three balls? But anyways, what an entertaining end to this game. Obviously, Pioneer, which jumped out to such a substantial lead, never trailed throughout, but some serious minutes, some quality minutes for both teams' players off the bench, and certainly entertaining, as nearly everyone almost appears to have stuck around for this one. 41 seconds remaining. And it'll be Gunderson ball. Here's Paul. Paul trying to score in a hurry, I'm sure. Finally passes to a teammate with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Lopez for three. Boswell with the weak side bore. 14 seconds remaining for Pioneer. And the three attempt short by Desai. And then once again, these long passes. It always seems like Paul's the one who has to try and run them down. Stops the clock with 2.8 seconds remaining. With this win, Pioneer will move to 11-6 overall, 5-2 in league play. 80-43, the final score, as Pioneer wraps up the first round of league play with the win. That's a 4-game win streak for the Mustangs of Pioneer. Gunderson moves to 2-16 overall, 0-7 in Blossom Valley Athletic League Santa Teresa division play. We'll step away and return with our CreaTV Sports post-game show. Pioneer, what an outing for the Mustangs tonight.
Oh, come on.
Whoa, what's all the fuss about?
Hey, Ned Neutral. I'm just trying to apply for a job opening, but the page won't load. What's the point of paying my internet service provider if they can't give me simple access to a website?
Well, Sam, that could be the new norm if net neutrality rulings are reversed.
Net neutrality?
Communication is a necessity, which is why the FCC deemed the internet a public utility in 2015.
What does that mean?
It means that the internet was regulated, and internet service providers couldn't block or slow down content that they didn't agree with. But that's all changing now. The FCC plans to reverse net neutrality and give corporations the freedom that they want.
What can they do with this power?
Well, that's the scary part. They can slow down any service that they disagree with, block news outlets, or bring your web pages to a halt.
That's horrible. We as consumers need to have our voices heard and tell them to keep an open internet.
You better do it fast, because if net neutrality is restricted, then you might not have the platform to speak through.
Why is that?
Because the open internet is a platform for marginalized voices, if you want to question large internet providers, you will receive a one-way ticket to access denied.
Content removal, information restriction, speed throttling? It's just not fair. The public deserves equal access to the internet.
So call your representative, contact the FCC, let them know how you feel, and fight for an open and fair internet.
Hello? Ned? Anyone there?
It was a Pioneer kind of night, but Gunderson had a few bright spots. That 3 by Paul, and then Smith getting the friendly roll on the road. Ruiz, as good as it gets for Gunderson. What a terrific junior year he's had. Comes back with the block the other way. Troxel from the right low post. Ruiz to West for the fast break. Gunderson, when able to convert that fast break efficiently, boy, did it look good. We see Lucero had a big game. Stone comes right back. And then just the defense of Pioneer, really tough to stop. There's Paul. There's the jam by Ruiz, which electrified this crowd. We've already got an electric guitar in the house. Then the 3 ball by the reserve forward, Bosbell, went back to back on them. Here's Ruiz with the steal. And West, nice game from him too. Junior backcourt for Gunderson this year. There's another 3. Boswell right in front of his bench. You see that, Coach? You see that? Yeah, I'm feeling it. And Pioneer was feeling it indeed. 80 points to Gunderson's 43. The Grizzlies, I think, have some positives to take away. Really an electric energy in the fourth quarter for Gunderson. Expect them to perhaps pick up a win in the second go-around of Blossom Valley Athletic League Santa Teresa division play. So glad you could join us. CreaTV Sports, really consider it a privilege and a pleasure to bring you high school sports. Please check out the names of our hard-working crew. And a big thanks, of course, to both coaching staffs as well as the athletic director of Gunderson, Chuck Ball, and his staff. We will say so long from San Jose. Pioneer 80, Gunderson 43, and we'll catch you next time on CreaTV Sports.